Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we'll be looking at a bottle of Kernel's. It's their India Pale Ale 100 Centennial. It's a 10.1% beer. It's either the 100th brew, which I would imagine it is, but then again I wouldn't be surprised if it was their 100th IPA. Once again, it's a Imperial IPA of quite a serious standard for a UK brew. Not often you get up there with the 10.1% really. So it's been released a couple of weeks. I'm really intrigued to see what it's going to be like. Centennial is a really good all-round hop. It's one that Evan from Kernel kind of expressed his affection for when I was quizzing him about one of my early home brews. Anyway, let's get in the glass. The sun's just come out. It's been raining all day, really miserable day. So I thought I'll get out in the garden, get a nice big hoppy IPA out. So you have to be careful. There's loads of sediment in these bottles. Pouring just like you'd expect, a really dark orange colour. Just keep my eye on the sediment because these are quite heavily bottle conditioned. I think that'll do me. See, I don't know if you can see in there, as Terry K says, there's turnip and carrots and all sorts in there, so we'll leave that out in the bottle. What have we got here? A really kind of radiant, semi-cloudy, maybe because it's so strong, orange, quite large bubbles kind of slowly drifting to the top of the glass, I guess, just because it's quite a big beer this. I've managed to keep out the sediment, thankfully. Just a thin head, quite impressive for a 10.1% beer. But yeah, it looks great. Let's have a sniff. Yeah, that's exactly what you expect. Oh. Wow, that's complex. There's loads of tangerines, like tinned tangerines, not a fresh, zesty citrus really, but with a real kind of slight mustiness you do get from hops. Oh, which kind of lends itself similar to like maybe a bit like paprika in a way. It's got that spiciness to it. It smells a bit like flat iron brew as well. It's got a real sweetness to it. Oh, it's complex. Sweet, sticky. It's got a sticky smell to it. Not a fresh, citrusy, zesty, lively kind of hop that you get in a Kernel beer normally anyway. Yeah, it's got a like a dankness to it as well. Anyway, cheers. Oh. Oh, that keeps rolling on and on and on. Crazy. Ooh. First impressions. It's big, but it ain't got much alcohol burn. It's got a heavy, kind of heavy taste, but not with like a burning alcohol. Bit like a Sierra Nevada Bigfoot without the burnt kind of maltiness. Starts off real clean, like a normal, quite well, maybe an IPA around 8%, but then it hits you with a big, really tart hop quality, and then it just keeps coming in pulses as it washes over. Crazy. Oh, it's a full mouthfeel. Burnt marmalade. Oh, really tart bitterness there, really kind of heavy, concentrated grapefruit. Once again, these flavours, they're not those citric zesty, kind of lively citrus qualities, but it's citrus, but it's all kind of concentrated and thick and kind of blended in with this flavour of really syrupy, kind of sticky, sweet malt. Oh. Oh. It's a big beer, that. You do get hints of alcohol there. It's not hiding its percentage very well, to be honest. But then again, should it? It's a big double IPA, a big double IPA. Maybe heading towards a barley wine, really. I love Kernel, but this is a brave beer. I don't think it says the most about their brewery. When I think of Kernel, I think of really lovely, fresh, hoppy kind of IPAs, and really interesting dark beers that follow really old, interesting, historical recipes. But this steps out from that. It's a big beer. It's an aggressive beer. You could say just thinking about it now, it's heading into kind of Stone's Arrogant Bastard territory. It's got those big, jammy, kind of hop cum malt sweetness, that kind of sticky orange kind of quality. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, it's a big bruiser. Yeah, I'm thinking that more and more now, because we're lucky enough to get these beers quite fresh, so it's still got a load of hops in it, despite being a big, heavy, malty beer, and it does really remind me of Arrogant Bastard. And that's one thing you couldn't say about the guys at Kernel, the most hard-working, humble guys I've met in brewing. Lovely fellas as well, and they make some incredible beer. This is a big, bold Kernel beer. You don't think of big, aggressive kind of monsters like this, but this, if it wasn't in brown paper, if it had some gargoyle on it or something, you'd be thinking, wow, that's a mental beer. It's a big old boy. So anyway, take care when you're drinking this beer. It's a monster. Anyway, I'll wrap up. That's Kernel's India Pale Ale 100 Centennial. It's 10.1%. All the way from from South London. It's a big boy. So it's really interesting. I'd definitely check it out if you're living in the UK. If you get the opportunity to buy this rare beer, check it out, because it's a beast. It'll kick your ass if you're not careful. I'm gonna take my time sipping this. I'm definitely going to enjoy it. It's somewhere between Stone's Old Guardian, maybe somewhere between like that and Arrogant Bastard or something. It's a beast of a beer. Anyway, Kernel 100 Centennial IPA, 10.1%. I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.